The Devil's Dice. You must wait until 3 a.m. on the night of a new moon, when darkness reigns and the world is at its most vulnerable. The dice, said to be carved from the bones of condemned souls, must be rolled in the stillness of this witching hour. Should the dice land in a particular pattern, the ritual is complete, and a dark entity, cloaked in shadow, will appear before you. Its voice is like the grinding of ancient stones, and it will offer you a single choice: wealth, power, or knowledge. But there's a catch. Whatever you choose will be stolen from someone you love most. Once the dice have been cast, the game cannot be undone. Even if you decline the offer, the consequences remain. Those who've accepted find their newfound gains accompanied by constant guilt and a haunting presence that follows them everywhere. An invisible entity that never leaves their side, whispering dark thoughts in their ear. The Lost Doll. To begin the ritual, you must find a doll, preferably one with a history, something that has been passed down. At the stroke of midnight, you must place this doll at a crossroads. Once you've placed the doll, you must turn your back on it and walk away. No matter what happens, never look back. If the ritual is successful, you will hear soft, almost imperceptible footsteps behind you. It is said that if you reach your door without turning around, the doll will become your protector. But should you turn around, should you glance back at the doll, you will be met with a sight you wish you could unsee. The doll's once lifeless eyes will be staring straight into yours, now filled with an unnatural hatred. Those who have broken the rules are never seen again, and the doll vanishes as mysteriously as it appeared. There are whispers, though, of those who have found something strange in their homes after this ritual, a tiny set of footprints leading toward their bed. The Hand of Glory. Created from the preserved hand of an executed criminal, often a thief, the hand is transformed into a candle with each finger lit aflame. When the hand is ignited, it grants the wielder immense power, the ability to unlock any door and paralyze anyone in their presence, rendering them helpless. However, with such dark power comes a terrible price. The hand demands payment, the soul of its master. After completing the ritual, you will notice strange occurrences. You might catch glimpses of the hand creeping through the shadows, fingers curling as though reaching for you. Whispers start to fill the air, warning of your impending doom, and then, one night, the hand will return, dragging you, screaming, into the underworld. The Dead Man's Lantern. To begin, you must find an ancient, oil-filled lantern, one that has already witnessed death. At midnight, you must venture alone into a cemetery and swing the lantern in a figure-8 pattern 3 times. As the final swing ends, a light will flicker in the distance, a ghostly, spectral glow. It is said to be the soul of a dead man, and if you follow this light, he will guide you to hidden treasure buried deep within the cemetery's hallowed grounds. But heed this warning. If the light begins to fade and dim, turn back at once, for the dead man no longer seeks to offer you wealth. He is leading you to his grave, where he will force you to take his place among the dead. Those who follow the dimming light are never seen again. The only thing found at the cemetery in their place is the flickering lantern, still faintly glowing beside an open, freshly dug grave. The Clock Tower Challenge. To begin the challenge, you must climb the town's ancient, decaying clock tower at midnight. Once you reach the top, you must touch the hands of the clock precisely at 12 a.m. For the next 60 seconds, time will freeze. In that moment of stillness, the world around you warps. The shadows grow longer, darker, and begin to move with a life of their own. Whispered voices call out from the void, offering promises of immortality, or worse, claiming to know the date of your death. But beware, the real danger is becoming trapped in this frozen moment forever. Many who've attempted the ritual disappear, leaving behind nothing but the soft echo of their footsteps. And if you're not careful, you might glance at the clock and realize it no longer ticks for you. The Doorway of Eyes. The legend describes an enigmatic and unsettling doorway hidden within an abandoned ruins. If you stand before this doorway at precisely 3:33 a.m. and knock 3 times, the ancient door will creak open. Some believe that this portal leads to an entirely different dimension, a realm that defies human understanding, where the laws of reality warp and twist. Others whisper of an otherworldly world teeming with creatures that feed on fear, savoring the terror of those who dare enter. Very few who step across the threshold ever return, and those who do come back changed. Their eyes grow distant, their expressions hollow. They mutter strange things, unintelligible words in forgotten languages, or cryptic warnings of unspeakable horrors. But perhaps the most terrifying detail is the mark left on their foreheads, a faint impression of an eye, as if something on the other side had gazed back and marked them as its own. The Black Book. Bound in human skin and inked in the blood of the damned, the book contains spells and incantations long forgotten by mankind. To use the book, you must perform the ritual at 4 a.m., within a circle of black candles that must not flicker. As you read aloud from its cursed pages, the room around you begins to warp, shadows crawling like living things across the walls. The spirits summoned by the book will do your bidding, but each command exacts a cost. Those who have used the book too many times find themselves slowly drained of life, wasting away as the book consumes their soul. Years later, they are often found, eyes hollow and blackened, staring into the void, their minds lost to the darkness. The Moonlit Mask. The ritual begins with the crafting of a mask made from leaves and natural materials, imbued with the essence of the land. On the night of a full moon, the mask is left out under the moonlight, soaking in its energy. When worn, the mask allows you to see spirits, restless souls, ancient creatures, and things that defy explanation. However, this gift comes with a dire warning. The longer the mask stays on, the more it merges with your own face, binding to your skin. Soon, the wearer begins to forget their own identity, their face becoming indistinguishable from the mask itself. Those who wear it too long are doomed to wander the earth, lost between two worlds, forever trapped in a realm of spirits.